Pacifist runners and genocide runners alike. You know throughout Undertale, some of the people you meet are obviously weird in some certain ways because of where they're located. Some others, like Papyrus, Sans, and Undyne, are come to be allies in a pacifist run. Now, in a genocide run, however, it can be quite different. Sans. We all know him as a comical and weak-willed friend in the pacifist runs of Undertale, who, oddly enough, if looked at certain ways, can be described as Ness or even a future Frisk. He plays off that he is weak, but when pushed, he says, "You'll be dead where you stand." In a genocide run, when you reach Asgore's palace, Sans is there waiting for you as usual. This time, however, he is on a mission, and that mission is to stop you. Which brings us to the meaning of this video. Why is Sans so godlike in this game? Why does he have gaster blasters as his weapons? Well, my friends, allow me to explain. After doing some in-depth research, this is what I found. Gaster, the previous royal scientist, was working on something very dark, which we now know, after some more research, was a genocidal mass monster soul extraction machine. As he has performed numerous tests on certain subjects before, he turns to his assistants and asks them, "What do you think?" These two assistants, you ask? Papyrus and Sans. We then see through other trips through the hidden lab that Gaster had died by falling into the core, launching his memory throughout space and time. But you have to ask yourself, did he fall? Or was he murdered? By Sans. It is odd that Sans has gaster blasters made by the very own Wingding Gaster, murdered before he could activate the very such genocidal mass monster soul extraction machine. The very machine in which he used on a human, resulting in splitting him apart, creating Sans Papyrus. While Sans inherited the powers of the human determination, I think he really has these powers because he uses them mid-fight, while being not determined at all. Papyrus, on the other hand, got the human determination without the unusual attached powers. Plus, with every reset, Sans retains a degree of memories. And with every reset, which leads to him having the power and strength to fight Shera. By the time you get through the game to the point of Asgore's palace, you have almost been possessed by fully possessed by Shera, which then tells Sans that he needs to demolish this being because it shows the utmost determination to destroy everything good, which the pacifist in Sans is too strong to let any of this happen. That's why he is using everything he has to keep it from getting past him. He is literally the final hope. And he hopes by the time you and him are in this duel, you have reached the thought that you will reset and regret back to a better path. Now, by saying this throughout the battle, Sans tells you that you may not be able to run away and that you should spare your life because he will take it from you. Now, throughout the battle, if you're lucky enough to survive it through all the fights, I mean, just look at these graphics. Some of these attacks have they're insane. The man has 1 HP and 1 defense. He even acted out through the whole game that he was the weakest being of them all. But this guy has attacks that are insanely hard to dodge, insanely hard to fight. So if you are a genocide runner, beware, because this may lead to some rage quits and some anger throughout this fight. Now, being said, once Sans does his special attack, and if you're lucky enough to survive the special attack, kudos to you, but nonetheless, saying this means that once he gets to that point, he literally says that he won't make a move. He won't make a move at all, just so this stalemate never ends, and you never get to proceed to the barrier or Asgore. Now, in doing so, most people would think something is wrong with the game because nothing happens. But if you look closely, very, very closely to his eyes, he starts to fall asleep. Now, after just waiting such time, you sit there for a little bit, and he will fall asleep, which will then lead the character to be able to move your attack box, or little heart box, to the attack icon, delivering the final blow to Sans, which will then, obviously, kill him. Which in turn is kind of like killing yourself, if you think about it. That's another theory I'm going to make later. We'll touch on that subject a little bit later. Anyway, once you leave, you wonder to yourself, was that blood on Sans or was it ketchup? Knowing Sans, it was probably ketchup. Let's be honest. Let's be honest anyway. But still, to this day, once you beat him, you are fully now in the control of Shara because you have killed yourself, essentially. So, with that being said, you then go on to face Asgore in the barrier and then get the bad genocidal ending, which I will not spoil for anybody who has not played it yet. And with that, guys, I was just want to come up here and toss my theory around as to why Sans is insanely strong and godlike. If you guys enjoyed, please do leave a comment, subscribe, share with your friends, because I'm trying to make this thing a full thing, a full-time job, or just something to do on the side. Alright guys, if you enjoyed, please don't be afraid to leave a comment, and thank you for watching. Alright, thanks. See ya!